This is KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Diane Anderson.
7 calls to CYFD investigators. None returned.
Now tonight, a 3-month-old baby girl is on life support. Her parents are in jail for child abuse. And the Children, Youth and Families Department is trying to figure out if the agency failed to do its job. News 13's Maria Medina spoke to the baby's uncle.
Well, Diane, he wants answers. His niece has broken ribs, bleeding in the brain, and isn't breathing on her own.
Just don't see how somebody can do that to their kid.
Mike Nichols says he just saw his niece Shanoa on Friday.
We had dinner.
And there was no sign his brother Jacob Nichols and his girlfriend Ashley Gibson were abusing the 3-month-old baby.
Speechless.
But police believe Shanoa's parents have been beating her since she was born. The young parents were arrested this weekend after calling 911 from the Joy Junction homeless shelter where they were staying. Police say the father admitted to punching the baby under the chin 10 times and that both parents would drop the baby onto the bed for entertainment and to shock her into being quiet. Just 2 weeks ago, CYFD interviewed the couple when a call came from a Joy Junction caseworker.
A pacifier taped to the infant's mouth.
But CYFD says they didn't find enough evidence to take the baby away. Still, over the next couple weeks, the shelter's caseworker called CYFD repeatedly to follow up and wants to tell investigators Nichols and Gibson left their baby alone in a room while they took a smoke break. CYFD did not return any of the calls or messages.
The messages that were left were not left with a sense of urgency.
Still, CYFD says it's looking into whether they need to make improvements on how messages are checked and returned.
It's not how we raised it all.
Nichols didn't know his niece was in the hospital on life support until Monday. Because she's now in the state's custody, he can't see her.
She's at the hospital all by herself with nobody to hold her or touch her or nothing, you know.
He wants to be there for his niece. He says he has nothing to say to his brother.
And I don't even see how he can consider himself a man.
And Mike Nichols says he'll fight for custody of his niece. He's Shanoa's closest relative. She's still on life support. Back to you.
A CYFD spokesperson says they are confident that after their own investigation, they'll have an acceptable explanation as to why they didn't return Joy Junction's calls.